Finding something that you love is special. I've been blessed to have fishing as an escape, a passion, and a career. But I wanted to take it to another level. I wanted to share the amazing things that I experienced through fishing with someone else. That's why when BKK Hooks reached out to me and said they wanted to send my girlfriend and I to Costa Rica, I jumped at the opportunity.
I'm really excited.
You see, my girlfriend Christina works her butt off as a nurse. And I wanted to show her some of the breathtaking things you can experience through fishing and through travel. To be honest, I thought I had a handle on everything that would happen on this adventure. But between Christina's newfound skills and this epic location, we were in for a world of surprises.
Come on. We are hopping on this tiny little plane behind us, headed to Costa Rica. Are you ready?
I am so nervous.
You're so nervous? Why?
There's 5 people on this plane, and
It's like a 12-seater.
I don't really have that much flying experience.
Oh, you're going to be fine. You can just close your eyes. But it's going to be a pretty good view. So how was your flight on the tiny plane?
It was good.
It was bumpier than you expected, I bet.
No, felt the same, but it was good. Very, very nervous.
Christina was super nervous, but
Very
it's
happy we're all like around now.
no, it's awesome. You come in on this nice little airstrip, Zancudo Lodge, where we're headed right now. Send us a taxi, so we just got to grab all our baggage and then head there. So we need all modes of travel to get here. We come in, 2 planes to get here. Now we're going in the car, and then I think we're going in a boat to get to the lodge. And when you bring your girlfriend, she brings a lot of stuff, and I have a lot of stuff as well. A little tight in here with the whole rod tube and everything, but you guys know I had to bring my own rods. Normally I'm the one carrying your bags, but all these other handsome gentlemen wanted to carry your bags. So now we have made it to the marina where the boat is, and we're gonna take the boat to the lodge.
Are we taking the Range Rover?
I mean, that Range Rover? I don't think that's one of those ours, but I think this contender right here might be us. Are you excited?
I'm really excited.
So we have officially made it to the lodge. Pulled up to the dock here.
We're brought by Crocodile.
Yeah, Crocodile said what's up to us. And a German Shepherd. Pretty sweet and welcoming party. Now we're heading in. Check out everything else.
Look at us.
Super, super low tide now. See all this mud and the mangroves and everything like that. It actually reminds me of the mud of a creek that I grew up on in Florida. You jump in stuff like this, you're gonna sink straight to your hips immediately. Okay, so they just showed us to our rooms and carried all our bags all the way up for us. But you ready to give us a tour?
I am obsessed.
All right, let's see it.
So you walk in, and right away the room is stunning. There's a really nice area to either put all your stuff or sit. And I love this detailing on the comforter. It gives it such a nice subtle pop. We have a view of the property from right here. Very gorgeous. Then we walk over this way. I'm shocked by how spacious everything is. The bathroom is huge. Obviously we've already plopped our stuff in here, but bathroom's huge. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah. When I told Christina I was taking her to a fishing lodge, I don't think she was expecting that the accommodations were going to be as good as they are here at Zancudo, because when you're rolling through Costa Rica, it looks like, you know, that main authentic experience. But then when you get here, you get a lot of the creature comforts that you don't in other places. But I think now it's time to go meet up with everyone else, go check out the bar. So it is dinner time. We are gonna chow down. Everyone here is just treating us just amazingly. I don't know if you've been like appreciating how amazing this is. But this staff here is incredible. I'm really excited to see what this dinner looks like.
Cheers.
So we've had 2 courses so far. Both have been absolutely to die for. Now we have the main course.
It's a tuna steak over, I think he said risotto with grilled vegetables, basically.
Yeah. Everything's been great. I'm starving, but it's been an awesome evening. Gonna dig into this, and we're gonna see you guys in the morning when all the fishing is actually gonna start.
You're doing a great job, sweetie.
Good morning, everyone. We are out on the big boat today. We got the 44 Contender. This thing is epic. Super stoked to see what it can do. But we have the man. This is Captain Cholo. When I said I was going to Zancudo Lodge, everyone said you need to fish with Captain Cholo. So here we are. You have 18 years of experience as a mate and a captain here, and he's fished here his entire life. So you said we're gonna go get some big tunas today, maybe?
That's the idea.
Yeah.
We're gonna go catch some bait first, and after that we're gonna go out maybe 15-20 mile out, try to find some spinner dolphin or spotted dolphin for the big tuna.
Perfect. It's music to my ears. We'll see you guys out there. Stop number 1 of the day is to try and sabiki up some blue runners, because having some live bait is always definitely preferred, especially when you're going offshore. You never know what you're going to run into, and a perfect little blue runner thrown in front of a hungry fish is going to get you a bite most of the time. Catching a couple blue runners, just having a good time out on the water. But what I think's cool, I'll show you when I reel this up. I've realized this in a couple areas in South America. They make their own sabikis here, which you don't see in the United States. We always buy our own. It's pre-made. Oh yeah, they're chewing, babe. So we just pulled over actually closer to land, and I want you guys to appreciate how close we are. We're in 100 feet of water right now. It's 100 feet deep right here. Like, you could probably cast off these rocks and randomly catch like a mahi-mahi or a wahoo some days. It's absolutely insane, the difference. If we were this close in Florida, we'd be in like 30 feet of water at our, at the deepest maybe, probably more like 20 in most places. It's just a different world out here. So with a live well full of bait and tons of just excitement on the boat, we headed out for probably a 15-20 mile run to try and find some big tuna. See that right there?
Oh.
That's the spinner dolphins. So what's sick about this setup that they have is they have legit electronics, legit radar and everything here. So Cholo just found some birds on the radar about 5 miles away. We're gonna head out that way, hopefully find some tunas underneath all those birds. A short little run. We just pulled up to the school of spinner dolphins. Now, the school of spinner dolphins, what they're doing is they're working bait and stuff like that, but we are after what's behind the spinner dolphins. So what follows them is tuna. So you're probably seeing stuff behind me right now. There's dolphins jumping out of the water spinning. What Captain Cholo's doing is he's driving around marking where these dolphins are and marking below them to see where the tunas are sitting and see how we want to present some lures as well as some baits. And these things are cool. The spinner dolphins have these dorsal fins that are like kind of reversed. It's really, really crazy looking. But when they jump, they'll physically jump out of the water and spin. That's where they get the name. So seeing all of these tuna on top got me super fired up. So the first thing that I wanted to do was throw out a popping lure to see if I could get one of these fish to come up and blow up on top. Yeah, I'm seeing a couple blow up. I'm gonna try the stick bait. Christina has never caught a tuna before, so I figured the first fish that I hooked up during the day, I was going to hand her the rod so we could at least mark that fish off.
Hey. What? Oh.
Yeah.
Me?
Yeah. Up there? There you go.
Oh.
Yeah. Come on.
It's little.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, it's little. Because if I'm able to do this, that's impressive.
Baby, baby. Oh, get it off the rail.
I can't.
Get it off the rail.
I can't get it. Okay, there we go.
Walking back that way?
Just follow it.
Yep, just walking back and he'll grab the leader and pull it in.
I can't. Oh, I see it.
The tiniest little yellowfin. Step back with me. Whoa! Check it out. That's your first yellowfin of all time.
So Christina hasn't fished a ton in her life, but man, she figured it out quick that anglers don't count it when they get handed the rod, and I thought I was doing her a favor, but she wasn't super stoked on getting handed the rod on this tuna.
I don't feel like I caught that, but...
You did! We just got one tuna in the boat on the stick bait. Starting to see some start to feed on poppers, so I'm throwing poppers like this black ledge here. But one of the big things that I'm always ready for is a really big tuna. So I always make sure I use the best treble hooks that I can find. These are BKK Raptor Z's. These are the 3-0s. I call it like 150-pound big eye on the 2-0s. So you know these are super strong hooks. Always want to make sure I'm ready to go because you never know where you're gonna hook that absolute fish of a lifetime. Okay, so we moved around trying to find a better school of spinner dolphins and other dolphins. Found some, definitely some tunas in here too, but trying to get a feel for what these things are doing, where I should be casting real quick. Nah, those are dolphins. And I spooked. Oh, that was a tuna. Well, I spooked the dolphin. That's a good one. That's a good one. That's a good one. Doesn't know it's hooked yet. Uh-huh. There it goes. Now he knows he's hooked. Woo! That was a cool blow up, man. That was a cool blow up. Woo! Yeah! Woo-hoo-hoo! Man, the second school was the move. Found some bigger tunas in them. And I thought I spooked the dolphins. I cast it a little too close to them, they spooked. But the tuna didn't seem to care. He came up and crushed that popper on top. That, every angler's favorite sound. I'll just let you guys listen to it.
How big do you think it is, Ryan?
I don't know.
So the biggest thing
Maybe
that
like-
I focus on when I'm
I didn't
fighting
get that
these
good of a
bigger
look at
tuna,
it, but-
especially on spinning gear, is keeping the
Definitely
fish where it needs to be.
tiny.
That means if it's under the boat, I need to go to the other side of the boat. If it's trying to, you know, basically do this, I need to keep my rod off the boat because that line touches the gunnel. It's under heavy tension, that line might break. So positioning the fish is huge in ensuring that we actually land it. So me and Captain Cholo are working together to make sure that nothing bad is going to happen.
What I like about this tuna is the fact that it's kind of going out away from the boat a little bit. Much easier to pull on them when you got a little bit of distance between you. They're real tough when they're straight up and down. Straight up and down is not where you want them to be. Fighting this thing, the Ocean Devil 150 popping rod. Perfect setup for doing something like this. Long cast, plenty of action to it. Real nice bend to it. That's what we like to see, man. Captain Cholo's a master at keeping this thing exactly where it needs to be for me. But they'll go under the boat sometimes and just kick your butt. There he is, he's good. It's a good fish. We got color down there. See, a lot of the time it looks like I'm grabbing the spool of the reel, but I'm actually not. I just kind of grab onto the reel, give myself a little bit better leverage. He's going to the left, port side. Oh, he's picking up some steam. Coming right here. Right here, right here, right here. It's a good one. Woo! That is a way to wake up. Man, welcome to Costa Rica, man. That's a nice one. 2 gaffs. You know it's got some size to it. Oh yeah, buddy. Woo! Nice work. That's awesome. On the popper. Look at that thing. Dude, that's awesome. That's a stud. What we came here to catch, man. Woo! And the guys actually were able to dispatch this fish before we brought it in the boat. It's great, not only good for the meat, but it's also good on us. It's not gonna beat up the boat, beat us up when we get a pick with it. But I'm gonna get this thing on my lap and show it to you guys. All right, y'all, check that out. Is that the biggest tuna you ever seen?
So big.
Dude, that is a stud fish, probably 80-pound class, yellowfin tuna on the popper. Literally haven't been fishing, haven't done this in a while. But man, it feels good to be back. These things are built like a machine to eat and to fight super, super hard. So I'm stoked to get it out of the water, into the boat, with my favorite person on the boat with me. She gets to kind of see what it looks like to catch one of these things on a popper. Are you ready to fight one on a popper now?
Ready.
I don't know, maybe on my bait with Christina, but this is awesome, man. Just stoked to be here. Awesome trip with Zancudo Lodge. Shout out to BKK Hooks for making this happen, man. Those BKK Raptor Z's absolutely stuck that fish. So we have all the blue runners that we rigged up this morning, or that we caught this morning, and he's just literally hooking it on BKK circle hook and then slowly laying it out behind the boat when we're actually in proper position. So what we're doing right now is we're getting right around the dolphins to where we know the tunas are, to where we're gonna mark the tunas, then we're gonna drop that bait back and see if it gets eaten.
This was an entirely new experience for Christina. She's only used conventional reels one other time. She's never fought a fish from the belt or a harness. So she's got to learn the leverages, how to fight these fish, all while under a ton of pressure of landing a big tuna.
This is so much easier.
Yeah, this is kind of nice. Christina's pulling her own weight for once, catching her own fish, you know?
What do you mean?
I think you're doing really good. Set up, fighting belt and everything. This is her first time using a big rod or anything like this, so. But you're doing good, your leverages are good. Just if you let go of the rod, you have to swim after it, so. Sorry.
I am not getting in the water.
You gotta jump in the water
with
and
these big
swim down.
creatures.
See how they're annoying when they're down deep like
They
that?
are really annoying.
Just stubborn girls. All right, now you can gain. Nice, nice, that's gaining. Yeah, exactly, just like that. Pull up and then reel back down. Christina's just been patiently watching me throw the popper all day. She's taken a couple casts, but it gets kind of boring just throwing the popper and not getting anything over and over again. But I said, hey, when we find the right school, we're gonna throw one of those live baits back, and I promise you, you're not gonna be bored anymore. You might actually be in a lot of pain fighting one of these big tuna. Had to break the full harness out for this one. Nice. Now we're cooking with gas. We got color.
Do we?
We got deep color. Let's go. Look at that run that he's taking.
He's taking on my line here.
Yeah, he just took every bit that you gained. Yeah, slow and steady. He'll be dead after that run.
Yeah, probably. He is.
He's angry.
He
He's
is-
fighting for his life.
Yeah.
I got you. Take a little crick. There you go. Oh, we're sweating now. This is the hardest fighting fish you've ever fought. For sure. Go, got color again.
Nice Magnum.
You got him beat now. Alright. Up close right there. Take that one.
Oh my gosh, all of that for this little thing.
Still a 35 pounder.
That's insane. Wow.
In the boat.
Look at him.
You ready to fight a really big one now?
Now.
There is Christina's first legit yellowfin tuna. She caught a little rinky-dink one this morning on the lure, but this is a nice one. Nice fish. You had to earn every bit of this thing.
I really did.
Yeah, you see how hard they can fight.
Thank God for all the extra tools.
Rigged up in the harness though, you did a really, really good job. And
I didn't want to use any extra resources, but we had to. And it's okay.
no, you need the harness when you're using
Yeah.
those big rods and stuff like that. The harness helps a ton. But what I'm excited for is if we have the chance at 1, 2, 3 times this size, watch Christina give her hand and fight one of them.
For like 5 seconds. That's it.
But we're gonna snap a couple pictures. Again, we off this fish before we even brought it in the boat. Makes it much more enjoyable experience for us, and it's better for the quality of the meat. So snap a couple pics of this guy and we're gonna get him on ice. Put the blue runner in the water and it lasted, I don't know, 10 seconds. Fish picked it up. All I did was let him eat it for a couple seconds, and that circle hook grabbed as soon as I put the reel in gear.
Ready.
All right. Yeah, look at him, look at him. Woo! The bite was cool. As I felt the runner back there, I'm just like free spooling him back, and just you feel that, and then the line just starts peeling off the reel, and you're like, all right, that's a tuna. Dang. Tuna whisperer, Christina. And the whole time we're doing this, Captain Cholo's on the wheel, and he's keeping the fish out in this area, because if that fish wanted to, it could swim up underneath and try and like wrap us around on the motors and stuff like that. So he's always on the wheel, spinning the boat around the fish to make sure the fish stays in the proper position so we don't get broke off. Nice, we got color down there.
What I was most impressed about is this fish was noticeably bigger than the last one, but Christina got so much better at fighting this thing in the harness just from the experience of one fish. She learned how to sit back and let her body weight do the work, which is exactly how the harnesses is supposed to work. And honestly, she kicked this fish's butt after getting her butt kicked by the last one.
You're gonna run this one. You still probably got 5 minutes left. Yeah, hell yeah. Perfect. Babe, he's big.
Oh, look at the marlin behind, look at the marlin behind.
Marlin?
Oh, yeah.
We got another rowdy?
Oh my gosh.
Dude, that thing is lit
Oh
up.
my gosh.
There's a rod in the hook.
You guys there? Oh my God, it's right here.
Free spool. So push that lever all the way down. Back towards you.
The marlin? Oh my gosh. I will literally really die. Get that.
What do you want to do? You can get that, yeah. Okay, so let me tell you guys what's going on. So Christina's getting this tuna in his death circle, and literally a blue marlin pops up right behind the tuna, just checking it out, seeing what's going on.
Huge.
So literally we have it right now. We just dropped the blue runner back. The marlin's chasing the bait. The marlin's eating the bait. This is crazy. And I literally have like an 80-pound yellowfin right here on the gap.
So I thought we were going to get that bite from that blue marlin, but he chased the blue runners around for a bit and then decided that he didn't want to eat them today. So unfortunately, missed our shot at that blue marlin. If we would have had him maybe a live bonita, maybe he would have eaten that.
It was just
so seeing it in the water,
yeah, they're so
like
sick
incredible.
looking. They're so beautiful.
Like, I am speechless.
Babe, how's that one for? How's that? You know what's hilarious is we left her for dead when the marlin shot popped up. We just left her.
I forgot about it. I forgot about it and we got it in.
Yeah, that's incredible.
I'm gonna wear these.
That's a stud. That's exactly what I wanted you to have to fight this trip. That BKK monster circle hook, literally perfectly in the corner. Still looks brand new, still mega sharp. We're definitely gonna use that again, but that thing hammered that blue runner and that circle hook found its home easily. All right, what do you have to say about that, my dear?
It actually wasn't as bad as the first one that I caught.
Isn't that funny? But you have a feel for it now. It's funny, after a little bit of experience, you figure out how to fight the fish in the harness and, you know, actually kick their butt, and you did. You literally kicked its butt, and then we left you completely alone and unafraid when the marlin popped up, and you just had this thing head out of the water ready for the gap.
I was so distracted. I was like, oh wait, we got it.
But that's a stud. You're literally, she caught her first yellowfin today, which was like 5 pounds. Now she's caught a fish that's easily over 80 pounds. Absolutely awesome here at Zancudo Lodge in Costa Rica. Welcome to Costa Rica, babe. Awesome.
I'm so excited.
Day one was just one of those perfect fishing days. You don't get these very often, even when you go to foreign countries. The tuna fishing was phenomenal, and I'm like a kid in the candy store when I can throw a popping lure all day long and catch tuna all day long on spin tackle. Christina was actually blown away because she's like, you're still going? I'm like, yeah, I want to see if I can catch them on this lure or that lure, or I want to see if I can get one to blow up here. And man, the amount of fish that we saw, the amount of fish that I had blow up on the lure was just incredible, and I really tried to take it all in because this just doesn't happen that often. This is a special place, and this was a special day for me, getting to share it with Christina and, you know, getting to catch tuna and even release some tunas. I even got Christina up on the bow casting with me. She kind of got bored after a bit, but later in the trip she caught some on the spinner. What I was really excited for though was cleaning up these tuna and cooking up these tuna, which I knew the lodge was going to do an epic job of. Upon getting back to the dock, Captain Cholo informed me that the big tunas were actually going to be iced down for a full day. That way it improves the quality of the meat. So you guys are going to see us eat those big tuna at the end of this video.
So when you get done with fishing, there's a ton that you can do. You can hang at the pool like we're doing now. You can head to the beach, which is right over there, or you can go straight to the bar, which is right behind me. The staff it's kind of awesome, but I mean, they're waiting on us hand and foot. They're really, really taking care of us. They want to make sure everyone has a great time while we're here. Christina literally walked up and had a drink in her hand in 2 seconds. The pool feels amazing after a day on the water, being hot, sweaty, and fishy. So what I think I'm gonna do is, because we got some awesome light right now, I think I'm gonna throw the drone in the air and get some shots of all of this.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to day 2. We're on a different boat today. We're actually on the 32 Contender, but Christina is rearing and ready to go to fight like 200-pound tuna today, you think, Cholo? She's ready to go?
Another.
Yeah, no, you're gonna catch it all. She's gonna catch every species that Costa Rica has to offer. Well, maybe. But crocodiles are still hanging out behind us. It has been an awesome time. Got a great night of sleep last night. Woke up to all of the birds in the jungle chirping, and I'm just stoked. I'm fired up. Get back out there. We're gonna try catch a couple more different species today. Maybe get things like cubera snapper, roosterfish, maybe raise a sailfish. We're gonna see. There's just a plethora of life out here, and I'm just excited to see it.
Yeah, can I just say that the sun in Central America is absolutely no joke. Living in Florida, I mean, we're used to the hot, the humid temperatures and the bright sun, but I've applied sunscreen like 20 times yesterday and still have toasted on my legs.
Yep.
So we're going full,
I'm panning up.
Full pan today.
Yeah, you got the bibs. The lodge owner hooked me up with some hook gear so I can stay out of the sun today because, yeah, UV is a million right now.
Yeah.
First stop of the day, dropping down, trying to get some blue runners on the homemade sabikis. We got a big drop off here so you can kind of look at the screen and see why it's all lit up. That big change in depth is just home to so much life, and that's why the runners are going to be there. And you can also see like a bunch of stuff blowing up out in front of me. Stuff like kind of waking on the surface just looks, to me it looks like sardines and stuff like that, but Cholo said that's mainly blue runners what we're catching. But easy to get a big stringer of them like Christina's doing down on the bottom.
This is my favorite part of the day. Catching all the bait.
Christina jokingly said it, but catching bait is honestly one of the more fun parts of the day just because it's low stress. You get to take in nature, see these epic views, and man, I just really enjoy that part of the day. So we're loaded down with a ton of blue runners. What are you thinking now? What do you think we want to do?
So the idea is like go out short, try to catch some sailfish in the morning, and after that maybe we could come back in short, try to catch some rooster.
Perfect. Sounds like a plan to me. Yeah, try. If you say cubera, for me, it's never going to happen. So I don't even say cubera out loud anymore. But you've got a lot more than I have, so I trust you.
We can try.
So we got started by setting up a giant trolling spread. And now, normally I'd be helping Captain Cholo here, but your boy was not feeling too hot on this morning. It is what it is. Happens to the best of us. But Captain Cholo is putting out a bunch of different trolling lures with hopes of being able to raise some sort of billfish. Sailfish, ideally, because Christina has never caught a sailfish before. And the day looked a lot like this. Staring at the rods, staring at the water, staring at the lures, and not all that much action. It actually started raining on us to add insult to injury, and honestly, it was about 4 hours of no action. Until, finally, we had a sailfish come up behind the spread. So we've been trolling around for quite a while now, had the full spread out, and Captain Cholo was saying that the other day, it took a long time for them to see their first bite, see their first actions, but then suddenly it was like the flip of the switch. And we just started seeing a bunch of life. Saw a big shark, started to see some bonitas, and then had a sailfish come up in the spread. So I pitched the runner out. He definitely chased it hard, but he never really committed to the bite. So we'll see. We'll see if we can get him to come back up. Unfortunately, that sail never came back, and man, this just wasn't the best day of fishing. Captain Cholo got on the radio to see if the guys inshore were doing anything good. They weren't. It just seemed like it was a slow day all around. But Costa Rica is one of those places that you can catch around 20 sailfish before lunch even. It's just one of those places where it can be epic bill fishing. And I knew while we were here, having already had a banner day of tuna fishing, I had to try and get Christina her first sail because it'd be silly not to. This is exactly what it looks like when you hook sailfish. It is crazy. They're jumping everywhere, going crazy, and these Pacific sailfish are giant. They get twice as big as Atlantic sailfish, if not more. Honestly, they're kind of like a marlin. Super, super cool, and I've caught a couple of these in the past, but not nearly as many as someone like Captain Cholo has caught. This guy has a ton of experience, and I think if you wanted to come down and try and catch a billfish, Zancudo Lodge is a great place to try and do it.
We kept trolling around, and all we basically ended up finding was a flock of birds with some more tuna on it. So to salvage the day, we decided to throw a bait back and try and catch a tuna.
Oh, we see him. We got deep color.
So little.
Oh, perfect release.
So after releasing the one tuna that we caught all day, it was actually time to head in. And after a long rainy day on the water, I was very excited to go back to the lodge. Mainly because we were going to have an amazing meal, and we're going to get to eat some of those big tuna that we had caught on day one. Now, they run a very awesome operation in terms of the cuisine that you're able to eat. And they have a chef that comes in and trains all of the staff multiple times a year here at the lodge. And man, oh man, let me tell you guys, this food was amazing. We're about to show you the behind the scenes. Okay, so we just made it back to the dock. I don't know how well you guys can see that. Yep, we are back here. We have a ton of work to do in a short amount of time. We have to clean up some of those tunas. We have to head into the kitchen and maybe see what our dinner is going to look like tonight before it's actually made. I was a little bit disappointed because they filleted those big tuna before we got back to the dock. I guess the kitchen needed them, which actually makes sense. But here are some clips of what goes on at the dock. You guys see these giant crocodiles.
Oh my gosh.
Feeding on all the tuna carcasses, and the staff here makes short work of all these yellowfin tuna. They all do a great job, and normally I'm going to fillet these guys on camera for you guys, but I took the opportunity to just film some guys that do it every single day. And, you know, they fillet a lot more yellowfin tuna than me, so sometimes it's better to just learn while you can and take in all this craziness.
What did we just find?
A sloth.
A two-toed sloth.
Yeah.
To help with the behind the scenes, one of the owners of the lodge, Goldine, was going to walk us through what happens in the kitchen.
She and her husband Greg own this lodge, and what I think is awesome about this is family owned and operated, and you guys are very hands-on, and you know, like have a lot of just appreciation for everything that goes on here, right?
We stay on the property for 6 months, from December all the way till the end of May.
Yeah.
And while the lodge is in operation, and
Yeah.
to make sure that everybody is taken care of and loved every second of the play.
Yeah. It's been such a cool hands-on experience that the minute you get here, everyone's making sure you have what you need, and you know, I already feel like we're friends with everyone here, and that's just a huge difference from a lot of other places that I've had. So we're getting a little bit behind the scenes here. We're in the kitchen right now as they're serving up dinner. So every night, it's a multiple course meal in here, and after last night's meal, I'm really excited for tonight's meal because everything has been phenomenal. Fresh fish every single night, fresh that was either caught the day prior or the same day. This is gonna be absolutely incredible.
Coriander, crusted tuna, and it's topped with a mango chutney. The dish is now topped with a microgreen that we produce in the greenhouse, topped with a passion fruit dressing.
Look at the little flower on top, too. This is a work of art.
This is so good.
Now that the plates are out of the oven, Abby's putting in the gluten-free fettuccine, and then we're going to top it with our special smoked tuna sauce. It's a Alfredo sauce, but it's got smoked tuna in it as well as capers.
We didn't get all the shots of dinner that we wanted, but this meal was phenomenal. Ended the night with some ice cream, but this trip is only half over. Costa Rica was an incredible experience, and on days 3 and 4, Christina and I got into some species that we've never even caught before. If it's been a little bit, check it out right here. If not, YouTube thinks you guys are gonna like this video. We'll see you guys over there.